From red carpet to handcuffs, Hollywood is often seen as the land of dreams, a place where ordinary people rise to extraordinary fame. The bright lights, the fans' screaming names, the endless red carpets, the fortune, and the power. It is a life that millions can only dream of. But behind this glittering curtain lies another side of Hollywood, one that is dark, dangerous, and often hidden from the public eye. For some stars, the very fame that elevates them becomes the weapon that destroys them. This is the shocking, true story of a Hollywood actor who went from being a beloved icon to a criminal headline, a star who once symbolized success, but later became the face of disgrace. Before we dive into today's shocking true story, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more untold stories, and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments at the end. We'd love hearing your perspective on stories that reveal the hidden side of fame. The meteoric rise. Every great story starts with struggle, and our star's journey was no different. Born in a modest household, they grew up far from the glamorous streets of Los Angeles. With big dreams and nothing but determination, they stepped into Hollywood, a place where thousands compete, but only a few survive. At first, it was rejection after rejection. Casting calls ended in disappointment, money was scarce, and survival meant working odd jobs. But the star had talent that couldn't be ignored. One breakthrough role changed everything. It was the role of a lifetime, powerful, memorable, and unforgettable. Overnight, the unknown actor became a household name. Magazine covers, paparazzi flashes, blockbuster roles, they had finally arrived. From obscurity to stardom, their rise felt unstoppable. Fame's hidden weight. But Hollywood fame is a double-edged sword. For every cheer from adoring fans, there is a critic waiting to tear you down. For every award show victory, there is the crushing pressure to stay relevant. The star's life quickly changed. Mansions, luxury cars, designer clothes, and endless parties became part of their identity. But beneath the glamour, there was loneliness and emptiness. The constant scrutiny from media, the lack of privacy, and a high expectation started taking the toll. Behind closed doors, whispers began, stories of reckless spending, substance abuse, violent outbursts on sets, and broken relationships. At first, these were dismissed as gossip. After all, tabloids thrive on scandal. But as time went on, the signs became undeniable. Cracks in the image. Success had created an illusion of invincibility. The star began to believe they were untouchable. Every mistake was brushed aside by powerful managers, every scandal covered by publicists, and every controversy buried under money. But financial troubles soon emerged. Lavish spending far exceeded earnings, and roles became harder to secure. The younger generation of actors was taking over, and the once beloved star was slowly fading from the spotlight. Panic set in. The fame, the money, the power, it was slipping away, and in that desperation, the star made the worst decisions of their life. The crime that shocked Hollywood. It was supposed to be just another night in Los Angeles, but the news that broke the next morning sent shockwaves across the world. A Hollywood celebrity had been arrested in connection with a violent robbery. At first, people thought it was a mistake. How could someone so rich, so famous, so adored, risk everything for crime? But the evidence was undeniable. Surveillance footage, testimonies, and even their own close associates revealed the truth. The world watched in disbelief as police paraded the once celebrated actor in handcuffs. The image of their mugshot, tired eyes, broken pride, went viral instantly. It was the ultimate fall from grace. Trial of the century. The courtroom became the new stage. Reporters camped outside for weeks. Fans held banners begging for mercy, while critics demanded justice. Every detail of the trial was broadcast, dissected, and debated. The prosecution painted the star as greedy and reckless, someone who had it all yet risked everything for thrill and money. They presented bank records, witness accounts, and damning evidence. The defense tried a different angle, portraying the star as a victim of fame, addiction, and manipulation. They argued that behind the fame was a broken soul, trapped in a system that chewed and spit out its own creations. But the truth was inescapable. Fame could not shield them from justice. Guilty verdict. When the judge finally announced the verdict, the silence in the courtroom was deafening. Guilty. The punishment was harsh: years behind bars, a heavy fine, and the end of a once glittering career. Studios cut ties instantly, endorsement deals vanished, and friends in the industry disappeared overnight. The same world that once celebrated every step now turned its back completely. It was not just a fall from fame, it was total obliteration. Life behind bars. Gone were the red carpets, the fans, and the luxuries. In their place stood prison uniforms, strict routines, and cold concrete walls. The transition was brutal. The star, who once commanded millions, now had no privilege, no status, and no control. In prison, they were just another inmate. Some reports suggest they struggled with isolation and mental breakdowns. Others claim they tried to seek redemption, joining rehab programs and speaking with counselors. But whatever the truth, the reality was clear. Life had completely changed. Lessons from the fall. This story is more than just the downfall of one celebrity. It is a mirror reflecting the darker side of Hollywood. Fame is intoxicating, but it is also dangerous. It gives power, but it also takes away peace. The star's journey reminds us that no amount of money or fame can replace discipline, humility, and balance. One wrong decision, one reckless act, and an entire life's work can vanish in seconds. It also shows the danger of idolizing celebrities without realizing that they, too, are human, flawed, fragile, and capable of mistakes. The downfall of a Hollywood star who once stood at the very peak of fame is more than just a shocking headline. It is a haunting reminder of how fragile success truly is. For years, the world adored this figure, celebrated their achievements, and placed them on a pedestal so high that it seemed impossible for them to fall. Yet, when the mask of glamour was removed, what lay beneath was not a superstar, but a human being, broken, desperate, and dangerously misguided. This story forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. Fame does not guarantee happiness. In fact, it often magnifies the weaknesses that already exist within. The endless chase for relevance, the constant scrutiny, the financial pressure, and the addiction to attention can turn even the strongest personalities into fragile shells. And when those cracks appear, the fall can be catastrophic. For this actor, the road from red carpets to prison cells was paved not just by poor choices, but also by an industry that often rewards excess and ignores warning signs until it is too late. Hollywood builds legends, but also destroys them. And the same spotlight that creates stars can just as quickly expose their darkest secrets. But this tragedy is also a cautionary tale for society. Too often, we idolize celebrities as if they are invincible. We mistake the image for the reality, forgetting that behind the designer suits, luxury mansions, and award shows are people struggling with demons we may never fully understand. When this star turned criminal, it shattered not only their reputation, but also our illusion that fame protects against failure. Yet, buried within this fall is a lesson about choices. No matter how much talent, wealth, or opportunity someone has, a single reckless decision can unravel everything. Power without accountability is dangerous, and fame without grounding is a ticking time bomb. The story of this Hollywood star is not just about crime or scandal. It is about vulnerability, the cost of living under the spotlight, and the importance of balance, humility, and discipline in any walk of life. It is a reminder that no dream, no amount of applause, and no mountain of wealth can replace inner stability. So, as we reflect on this tragic journey, we must ask ourselves, do we glorify fame too much? Do we pressure stars to the point where they lose their humanity? Or do we simply forget that the brightest lights often cast the darkest shadows? Because when a Hollywood star turned criminal, it wasn't only their world that collapsed, it was our belief in the untouchable power of fame that was shaken forever. Thank you for watching this deep dive into one of Hollywood's most shocking true stories. If this video made you think, hit the like button right now. Don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from the world of fame, power, and crime. Share this video with your friends, and most importantly, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this star could have been saved from their downfall, or was it inevitable? Until next time, remember, sometimes the most shocking stories are not from movies, but from real life.